again, everyone. Last week I wanted to talk to you I said I was going to talk to you about some footwork things that you can do beyond just standard, linear back and forth. And these are some contextual things that I've incorporated that you might be able to as well. They're not textbook perfect things, but I'm going with the understanding that you can define good footwork as things that you do with your legs that accomplish specific goals that you have. So if we do deviate from picture perfect, we just have to have good reasons and be doing smart things when we do. So I'm going to show you just a couple of quick things that you can incorporate into your fencing game and give a shot for yourself. Okay, so the first one all deals with this lead leg. So even when I'm in stance, people always tell you, point your foot forward, point your foot forward, point your foot forward. Well, I'm a little bit on the shorter side. And so sometimes if I do just straight linear things, I can still get picked up by people that are tall and counterattack like this and still reach me anyway. So I've got to prepare for that. And so a lot of the times you'll see me with my front foot, and instead of being completely straight, I just turn it a little bit. Now sometimes I do that by accident and it's not good because I don't mean to do it. But if I'm doing it on purpose, then I intentionally lunge a little bit offline, and my toe is still pointed at my target, so there's no funkiness going on, but I've gotten myself off that counterattack line. And since my foot is already turned out this way, if you remember, what do short people do from here when they can't reach? They follow through. So that's one thing that you can try to add in, see if it works for you, see if you're comfortable with it. So that's something that you can do if your opponent's got a lot of reach and not a lot of desire to protect themselves. Now, if your opponent is going to be much more aggressive, I like to do something else also with my lead leg, which is under normal circumstances, I always like to be able to move this leg back in a straight line so that I'm not obstructing myself and I'm nice and strong and stable. But if I think my opponent might charge and I want to go to the outside to deal with it, well, I bring this front foot over some. Now, an opponent probably doesn't look at that very much, especially if they're going to rush in like big old buffalo. But what this does, watch what happens. So if I'm here like this and I lunge in second, see how I'm still kind of on that same line. I'm trying to get away with my foot, but I'm still kind of in there. Well, if I'm already over here like this, I can take a much more extreme step. Oops, slipped on something on the ground. I can take a much more extreme step and be fine. Or if I'm over here like this, watch what happens to my body on the line as I pass, compared with if I'm here and I pass, see how I'm still kind of in the threat zone? But if I start over here and I pass, I'm way free and clear. So always check your footing, make sure there's no roots or pine cones underneath you, like I just failed to do. But two things that you can keep in mind and consider. Right, have a good one, everybody.